What's up, guys? My name is Gilbert, and I just wanna say that
I'm a fountain!
And now when you've heard that, let's get to the topic of this video. So, this video will be a overview over the latest patch in 7 Days to Die, Alpha 7. And they've brought some nice things, and also some not so nice things like glitches. But yeah. But let's get right to it. So, the first thing that they've added to this patch. So I'm making a summary of it basically. So I'm not going through the patch notes. If you want to read the patch notes, just go into the description and yeah, there's a link there. But anyway, the first thing that I have on my list that I've added is improved graphics, like always. And by improved graphics, you can probably see it on the background footage. Smooth terrain, so it's not as blocky anymore. Which is pretty nice. I don't know what you prefer. I don't actually care that much. It can be blocked, I don't know. But I guess it looks nicer. It looks different at least. And better textures, like, I think they're better. At least they said they've improved them. And better lighting. And oh man, so the lighting, it's actually starting to get pretty good. I mean, this game doesn't have very good graphics, but I think that they're getting the lighting good at least. And I sort of appreciate it that they updated the graphics, because it's always more appealing when a game is graphically beautiful, if that's the right expression for it. And moving on, they've also added a stealth system. And if you played Skyrim, this is basically exactly the same thing. So when you crouch, you'll get an eye in the center of the screen. And it's an indicator that tells you if you're detected or not. So if it's there are a few it can look different. So let's say it's close, then you're not detected. So it's gonna say you're hidden or something. And then when the zombie sees you, it might say that you're sensed. And then then he kind of knows where you are, so he's gonna walk in your direction. And when he's fully aware of where you are, you're gonna be hunted. And on the minimap you can see the icons of the zombies, and they're gonna change colors. I mean, the markers on the map when the zombie's getting alerted that, well, you're there. And then the eye is gonna be wide open. Another cool thing that they've done with the system, it's still kind of glitchy, but, well, when has this game not been glitchy, seriously? But one cool thing, at least, is that they also, how to say it, react to sound. So, but the cool thing about that is also that the sound doesn't have to come from you. So let's say you have a rock, because you can have rocks that you can toss. So you toss the rock, and then where the rock hits, there's gonna be a sound, and you're gonna see it on the map. All sounds that you make, that you make yourself, or if you throw a rock, you can see it on the map. And then the zombies, if they haven't detected you, they will see it and they will move towards the sound. And I think that's really cool. And yeah, it's, as I said, it's kind of glitchy right now, so yeah. But it will probably be cool in the future. And talking about glitches, actually, I actually had a bunch of them. So one glitch, for instance, I'd say this is a graphical glitch. Well, this is not like a new feature, but when you mine, sometimes, well, every time you dig, basically, if you dig like one block down, all other blocks are gonna disappear. So, well, it looks like they disappear, but they don't actually do it, because when I try to hit one block there, well, one spot there's not supposed to be in a block, there's still a block. So that's pretty irritating, to say the least. And also, there seems to be some glitches with the map, or yeah, because I was gonna go to the town, the forest town, and just go scavenging, and then I went to it and it wasn't there. I was like, what? So, and now, as you can see by footage, I'm where the map says it should be. And I also went to the farm next to it. It wasn't there. There was just a big lake there. And many of these places have disappeared from the map. I have more examples, though I'm not gonna show them to you. So that's pretty weird. I don't know if it's a glitch or I don't know. I tried relogging, but it didn't work. So they're still not there. So that's pretty weird. don't know if the developers are aware of that. But yeah. And moving forward to another thing they've added the campfire cooking system. So it's very similar to the forging system. Like you place some fuel, like wood, that makes the fire, continue. And then you also need a pot that you place your food in, and then you place the food in different combinations, and then you create some food. And I actually haven't figured out any of the recipes, so I didn't succeed making any food. Guess I'm just a bad chef, but yeah. Not too much to add on that. You'll have to discover it yourself. And also, they've added some new game menu options. So when you start a game, you have some new game menu options, as I said. And one of them is craft and loot timers. So you basically add a crafting timer, so it takes some time to craft, and also a loot timer if you want. So when you loot something, it takes some time to loot it. So if it gives more of a survival experience, and you can turn it off or set how fast or slow it's gonna go, so it's pretty nice. And they also added a option, I think they've added, called LOD, which means level of distance. So it's basically when, for example, you see a tree in the distance, then with the LOD you can change the quality of that tree. So you can change it to be more detailed when you see it from far, or less detailed, basically. Also added the drop on death option, so you can decide whether you want to drop all your items when you die, just a few, or none at all. So also gives a more realistic feeling if you're out after that. And more advanced zombie spawning options, so you can choose how much damage you're gonna do to them, how much damage they're gonna do to you, how frequently they're gonna spawn, or yeah, the density of the zombies basically. It's not just that difficulty settings anymore. You have some more options regarding that. And one thing I just want to mention, though I don't think it makes a huge lot of difference. So now when you spawn, the first time you spawn into a game, you always spawn with one water bottle and one can of chili. And well, it doesn't really make a difference, because you find the gear so quickly. So yeah, doesn't. I just want to mention it. Though when you die, you're not gonna spawn with another can of chili and bottle of water. It's just the first time you spawn, basically. So yeah, don't know why I'm talking about this, but I have no clue, to be honest. Okay, well now, moving on to the last thing on my list. So, they've made it so that when you break glass, there's, like, I don't know, any type of glass, basically, there's a chance for it to drop broken glass. And with a broken glass, you can, with a forge now, craft glass windows and glass jars. And you both need molds for them. And yeah, you make molds like you usually do. So, actually I have a video in which I explain to you. But it's basically exactly the same like crafting anything else out of metal. You just place the mold, the material you're gonna use, and then some fuel. And you can also use normal glass, like glass paints, I don't know, glass panels, other types of glass, and maybe balls as well. I'm not too sure, but broken glass is actually quite bad. But yeah, just so you know. So yeah, basically they've made it so that you need a forge to craft glass. But anyway, that's actually all I got for this video. Hope you liked it, and just subscribe and like all of that if you did. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.